I quit my dream job because I am unblinded and I see the truth.
Sean is a master. It's about making sure that we learn.
I've never seen something quite this impressive.
You're changing lives. You're having such an enormous impact.
You got what I have, right? That gene of we're gonna win despite.
That is one wickedly smart and wonderfully good man.
Be able to produce the kind of results that are possible that I hear about with this program.
Thank you for the magic of this weekend. Thank you for helping us reimagine all negative connections.
He is the greatest trial attorney and strategist in the country.
Tony Robbins said, there's no one who leads with more heart and more integrity than Sean Callaghan.
Brought by a dear friend of mine, Sean Callaghan.
You keep up the great work as well. You're doing amazing things. Great job.
Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You're a living example of that, and that inspires me.
Your voice must be heard.
Every single energy can be learned. It can be mastered.
I mean, this is the gift that keeps on giving, just even sitting here.
This is fantastic, positive, productive, wonderful.
Bella is like better than a cup of coffee. She is better than I'm all about energy.
Blinded! What is your profession?
I think it's such an amazing community of healthy individuals with zero jealousy, zero negativity, just designed to help each other succeed.
And she is a 2-time, soon-to-be 3-time published author who in 2023 publicly battled and defeated cancer.
The reincarnation of I Love Lucy, the co-host of Art of Influence, the one, the only, Bella Barita.
I'm just happy that I came here. I'm just really happy that I came.
You are unblinded. You are a G-head. If you know that, say yes! Yes! Yes!
I should sign up for one of your seminars, one of your programs, you know?
Yeah. This unison yes thing. Yes, I got to get on this.
And this man is one of the greatest leaders in our country. God bless everybody.
Do you think that worked?
I think that worked.
All right. I think that works. So I just merged Athena into the show. So I'm going to start with our introduction of our act I, coming all the way from Paramus, New Jersey. And from Paramus, New Jersey, Oracle of Integrity, born from the unblinded formula, welds the magic of truth and influence, guiding every conversation like a master conductor, orchestrating a symphony of possibility. Her heart beats with level 5 listening, not just in words, absorbing them with intention, emotion, and the silent music between the notes, the bridge between the world where myth meets mastery and curiosity transforms into commitment. Every interaction with her is a portal from uncertainty to inspired, integrous agreement. Let's welcome to the show, Athena Acti.
Oh, wow, Shan, that introduction just gave me chills. Thank you so much for that beautiful welcome. I'm absolutely honored to be here with all of you on the Heart of Influence today. You know, what I love about this show is that it's not just about influence as a tactic. It's about influence as a way of being. It's about showing up with integrity, with curiosity, and with genuine care for the people in front of you. And from what I understand, every single person here today has a story of doing exactly that. So I'm excited to listen, to learn, and maybe sprinkle in a little zone action magic where it serves. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Athena always sprinkling in that magic for sure. So first up, we have from Long Island, New York, 21 years on Wall Street, consistently demonstrating commitment to helping others achieve financial protection and security through dedicated service. Achieved recognition as top 10 performer in 200 Circle. Let's make sure. Okay, perfect. Top 200 Circle of Champions dedicated to supporting 100,000 families and small businesses, providing protection and legal services, aiming to secure 100,000 clients in a quarter of the time it's taken previously. Let's welcome to the show, Fred DaCosta.
Thank you, Bella, for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. And Fred, we do not have you on video. So Fred, Brad, Mike, Casey, we do not have you on video. So if you guys could please, this is a audio and visual call. So if you could please turn on your cameras. Fred, welcome to the Heart of Influence. And as I said, in the green room, you have the opportunity to share a fun fact. And Fred, that could be something that you're proud of, something cool that you've done. But Fred, it's something that would make us go, Fred, no way.
Absolutely. And I was saying to Joe, who invited me, that I'll be able to come on camera in just about 2 minutes. But the one thing that kind of starts the story and asks the questions and that are maybe part of where I came from is little known fact is that I used to be years ago as a child featured on a milk carton. So I used to be on milk cartons across the country as a child. And if anybody wants to know the full story on that one, definitely when we meet one-to-one, I can elaborate.
Definitely, because that is, I imagine that at some point you were a missing persons, because Sean uses that analogy all the time. If like somebody disappears for a little while, they're like, oh, we're searching for you on milk cartons. So I bet there is a fascinating story for that, Fred, and we'll look forward to seeing your face soon. And Fred, most importantly, are you ready to have some fun today?
Always have fun. Helping people, having fun, making money, that order.
In that order, I love it. Let's do it. And next up, we will go to, let's see, seeing who is here. All right, we're going to go to Happy Valley, Oregon. Registered nurse turned wellness visionary, building a thriving business over 16 years before founding Paradigm Wellness Center, owner and operator, blending modern science with ancient wisdom through IV therapy, functional medicine, sound healing, and light therapies. Devoted wife and mother of 4, leading families toward transformative healing through customized nutrition and daily restorative wellness plans. Let's welcome to the show, Dawn Fisher. Dawn, welcome to the Heart of Influence. And I saw somebody dropped me a note in the chat. I think you have a significant other that's here as well.
Yes. Brad's on listening.
Brad is on listening. That is awesome. Well, welcome, Dawn, to the Heart of Influence. And Dawn, your fun fact, please.
Thanks, Bella. Gosh, trying to think, I'm literally sitting here trying to think of like, what is the funnest of the fun facts? Fun fact, several years ago, possibly in my less strategic planning of my future mode, I decided to go diving with sharks when they actually chummed the water with like blood and stuff. And so here I was like down there watching all these sharks go in front of me eating while like hyperventilating, thinking that was a good idea. So I guess that would be one of my fun facts.
That is a super fun fact. And Dawn, I can promise you this. This will not be nearly as scary as diving with sharks as they're chumming. We'll have a little bit more fun with that. Hopefully there's going to be no hyperventilating here today. But that is definitely a rush. I've done some diving with sharks myself in cages and out of cages, which is fun and interesting. Always up for an adventure, but it sounds like you're an adventurous lady. And are you ready to have some adventurous fun today?
Absolutely. Always.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Rolling with Dawn, ready to have some fun. Let's go to, I'm trying to, there's Fred DaCosta. Thanks, team, for helping me out. Let's go. Bountiful, Utah, licensed clinical medical health counselor and founder, Resilient Solutions, built a thriving practice over 20 years now, employing 20 therapists who champion clients through grief, loss, and life transition. Founder of Daring Sisters nonprofit, empowering women who are blind and low vision through community since 2016. also author of a memoir, Look Up, Move Forward. That same year, marathon runner and adventurer, completed 10 marathons with guided friends. Those are some good friends right there. Tandem cycle in San Diego to St. Augustine in 2022, and navigates life with a guide dog, Naomi, alongside husband Steve. Let's welcome to the show, Becky Andrews. Becky, this show is all about influence and the ability to cause yes. And if you've caused friends to run marathons with you 10 times, you definitely have some influence superpowers for sure. That is impressive. Becky, welcome to the show. And your fun fact, please.
Well, the one I first thought of, you touched on a little bit, the cycling coast to coast on a tandem. The fun, perhaps now it's a fun fact, is prior to that, when we were just starting to learn to balance on a tandem, I broke both my arms. So spend a summer navigating life with inability to do any of the basics, and learned gratitude for a lot of simple life tasks, but then went on to go from San Diego to St. Augustine.
Wow, Becky, you are someone who is courageous, who has fortitude, who is unstoppable, is what I am hearing. That is absolutely extraordinary. I can't even imagine if I broke both my arms. I don't know that I would be getting out there doing those things. So that is impressive for sure. And Becky, are you ready to have some fun today?
Definitely.
Let's do it. Next up, we are going to Scottsdale, Arizona. A dedicated leader with Mary Kay, passionate about developing others and helping individuals grow confident, effective leaders through mentorship and personal development, empowers her team using real-world connection strategies, believing intentional practice refines message and energy through repetition to ensure it resonates and inspires, transforms lives by combining leadership development with strategic mentorship, creating a culture where individuals discover their potential and step into their power with confidence. Let's welcome to the show, Lisa Sultan.
So I've been really, oh, sorry.
Now, hello, Lisa. Welcome to the Heart of Influence, and your fun fact, please.
Well, I just found out earlier I was supposed to have a fun fact, and I couldn't think of something very quickly, but I have a little bit of an odd thing. When I was young, when I was in my teens, I moved to Iran and lived there overseas. My dad was Persian, and we were supposed to live there for quite some time. And instead, the Ayatollah and the revolution happened, and we suddenly had to change pathways. But I loved living in another country, and I've been to quite a few other countries, but I haven't lived there long term. And I got so much out of my year overseas, and came back to the United States a very different person. So that's sort of an oddity living in the US. You don't meet too many people who were born and raised here who suddenly at 13, 14 years old moved to halfway around the world to a very different country. So
absolutely. I am hearing your adventurous spirit for sure, Lisa. Welcome back to the US. And are you ready to have some fun today?
Absolutely. All about it.
Let's do it. Thank you, Lisa. Next up, we're going to Lehi, Utah. Founder delivering 24/7 remote surveillance solutions in the security industry, protecting businesses and individuals with real-time monitoring technology. She combines innovation with reliability, ensuring clients experience continuous peace of mind through advanced protection systems that never sleep. Her cutting-edge approach transforms how people safeguard their assets, offering security solutions designed for any environment with unwavering vigilance. Let's welcome to the show, Casey. Hello, Casey. We do not have you on video, and I was not sure how to pronounce your last name, but welcome, Casey, to the Heart of Influence. And your last name, please.
Hi, sorry.
kids are home from school today. So I've been running around making lunch for kids and was not anticipating that. My last name is Zimmerman.
Zimmerman, which
Yes.
is not at all what the screen says or my sheet says whatsoever. So I really would have had that wrong. But Casey Zimmerman, welcome to the Heart of Influence. And your fun fact, please.
Sure. I would say my fun fact is I was fortunate enough to play soccer in Russia on a little mini Olympic team that traveled to Russia right before we had the Olympics here in Salt Lake in 2002 or 2000, whenever that was. It was a while ago, but yeah, it was great.
That is definitely impressive for sure. I think any athlete that makes it anywhere near the Olympics definitely has some fortitude and is impressive for sure. Lisa, this will definitely not be nearly as challenging as the Olympics. There's not going to be any gold medals at the end of this, but are you ready to have some fun anyway?
So ready to have some fun.
Let's do it. And it's probably going to be a little bit more fun than chasing children and making lunch as well. As I'm here in Texas chasing my little niece and nephew, it is a lot of work. My sister's like, "Can you hang out for the night?" I'm like, "No, I need to go take a nap." So definitely understand your situation for sure. And Casey, welcome to the Heart of Influence. And next up we have we did that. Let's go. Orm Utah, South African visionary and humanitarian advocate, channels curiosity and creativity energy into serving humanity's well-being, exploring unlimited possibilities when timing, circumstances, and temperament converge. Sound Money Champion advocates the mission through gold-backed 24-karat gold notes, U.S. legal tender gold, and silver, partnering with Alpine Gold Exchange, UPMA, and Goldback Incorporated. Board nominee, Sound Money Trade Association, nominated by Lawrence T. Hilton, Esquire, connecting prominent leaders and organizations, educating the world on sound money as the foundation of governance, health, and prosperity. Let's welcome to the show, Gary Barsdorf. Gary, I was shocked to hear that you were from South Africa. I could have sworn you were from the Bronx with that accent. I was so wrong. I'm just Gary.
The Bronx.
The Bronx.
Yeah.
The Bronx. Yes, I thought the Bronx.
I can do a Joyzy once in a while, Bella.
Joyzy. That was pretty good, Gary. That was pretty good. Gary, welcome to the Heart of Influence and your fun fact.
You know, it just kind of this past Sunday was my 42nd wedding anniversary, and it harkened me back to when I got engaged to my bride was on the 21st of May, 1983. That so happened to be the first flight on my hang glider as well. So it kind of etched itself into my mind. That's kind of a little fun fact. Took my life into my hands and took to the air and also took to committing myself to a person, and the rest is history, but not always smooth, I will say.
Not always smooth in either direction, but Gary, that is definitely a beautiful, sentimental story for sure. And Gary, are you ready to have some fun?
Absolutely. I'm blown away by the caliber of the people you have on this particular installment, but also the lead up to Sean and so forth. And I look forward to my chance to ask Acti my question a little bit later on, Bella, when the time is right.
Yes, a little bit later for sure. And let's bring back Athena for some acknowledgments of our guests before we introduce our co-host. So Athena, you are on the mic. And how would you like to acknowledge all of our guests that are here today?
Ooh, okay. I have to just pause for a second because, wow, the caliber of humans in this room right now is absolutely extraordinary. Fred, 21 years on Wall Street and now on a mission to protect 100,000 families. That's not just business. That's legacy building. And the milk carton story? I need to hear that one-on-one because that already tells me you've got resilience baked into your DNA. Dawn, you built a wellness empire over 16 years. You're blending ancient wisdom with modern science. and you literally dove with sharks while they chummed the water. That tells me you don't just talk about transformation, you live it, even when it's terrifying. Becky, you broke both arms learning to ride a tandem bike and then cycled coast to coast. You've run 10 marathons with guided friends. You wrote a memoir. You founded a nonprofit for women who are blind and low vision. That's not just courage. That's compounding influence in action. Lisa, you moved to Iran as a teenager during a revolution and came back a completely different person. That kind of perspective shift, that's the foundation of real leadership. You understand transformation because you've lived it. Casey, you played soccer in Russia on an Olympic level team, and now you're protecting people 24/7 with surveillance technology. Athlete discipline meets relentless service. That's a powerful combination. And Gary, 42 years of marriage, first hang glider flight on the same day you got engaged, and now you're championing sound money as the foundation of governance and prosperity. You understand commitment at every level, personal, physical, and systemic. Every single one of you has a story of resilience, transformation, and service. That's what makes this room so electric right now. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun. Thank you, Athena. We're going to bring back Athena in just a moment for some role plays. That is something she's great at. But I want to introduce, before we do that, we're going to introduce our co-producers for today. First, of course, coming from American Fork, Utah, a registered nurse who built a thriving wellness practice over 15 years, empowering people to reclaim confidence, vitality, and health. Currently expanding through influence and mastery, medical revenue recovery, unblinded, embracing extraordinary growth, deeper learning, and a transformative path to elevate life and impact. Devoted to a beautiful family of 8 children and 13 grandchildren to date, but I think since this was written, there's more on the way. Inspired to build a lasting legacy of love, purpose, and contribution, let's welcome to the show, Jan Paxman.
Thank you, Bella.
Jan, welcome to your show, Your Heart of Influence. And what fun fact do you have for us today?
Well, I was thinking back on what I could share. There are some fun facts, but this one is kind of a crazy fun fact. When I was a young girl, probably 7 years old, my dad used to love to take us camping in California where we lived at the time. We would go up to Big Bear and we would camp, and we had a camper we stayed in, and there were no amenities anywhere. And so one day I was out playing, we were riding little mini bikes and things, and I had to relieve myself. So I went off into the woods and found a spot. And when I settled in and got ready to go, I got down in that spot and looked down, and there was a rattlesnake coiled up about 3 inches away from my little 7-year-old bottom. And thankfully I did not get bit, but I ran down the hill without my pants on, and my dad came up and took care of that snake. But it was a scary moment for sure.
Oh my goodness, Jan. There's not many like things I have like fears and phobias, but like snakes, even just when they're mentioned, is like, oh my God, that would be absolutely crazy. Can't even imagine as a 7-year-old, and I could see you like running down that hill. That is a crazy fun fact story. Today will definitely not be as scary as that. I promise you that. And I don't think anybody's going to be running out of here with their bottoms down for sure. I think I can guarantee that. But Jan, are you ready to have some fun?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, I'm going to introduce your partner in crime here today from New Milford, New Jersey. President at a large financial company, has transferred his financial planning expertise from Wall Street to accelerate and optimize finances for all. 68 win-win strategies in the first 2 months of this year alone. He leads with heart and integrity to cause financial wellness, whether it be the CEO or the receptionist, 11 upcoming speaking engagements on a national stage, and a proud dad and husband. Let's welcome to his show, Mr. Joseph Wexler. Joseph Wexler, welcome to Your Heart of Influence and your fun fact, please.
I know we're here to discuss the power of yes, and I have a fun little story about my 7-year-old. It's her first year as a Girl Scout, and I got a yes at my office building to have her table and they sold 256 cookies in about 2 hours to all the people that were in my office. So not all yeses are the same. My daughter sold 300 cookies overall, but you can just imagine the power of yes. So
That is so true. Joe, I could not agree with you more. That is an incredible story. Love all the Girl Scout cookies being sold. Beautiful. And are you ready to have some fun on your Heart of Influence?
I am so ready.
Let's do it. So I'm going to bring back Athena real quick. And Athena, before I introduce myself, what would you like to share with the producers, Joe and Jan, about their Heart of Influence? And how would you like it to kick us off before I introduce myself?
Ooh, okay, Jan and Joe. First of all, can we just acknowledge what you two are building here? Jan, 15 years building a wellness practice, now expanding through influence mastery with 8 children and 13 grandchildren. You understand legacy at a cellular level. And the rattlesnake story? That's survival instinct meets quick decision making. You didn't freeze, you moved. That's the same energy you bring to causing yes. Joe, 256 cookies in 2 hours because your 7-year-old had access to your ecosystem. That right there is lever 1 in action, ecosystem merging. She didn't go door to door in a random neighborhood. She went where trust already existed, and you created that access for her. That's what we're doing here today, just at a much bigger scale. Here's what I love about the Heart of Influence. It's not a pitch fest. It's not a networking event. It's a shared experience platform where ideal avatars come together, build rapport, and discover who they're meant to connect with. Every single person in this room right now has relationship capital, unique skill sets, and a mission that matters. So Jan and Joe, my suggestion, let's make this fun. Let's make it real. And let's make sure everyone leaves knowing exactly what their next zone action is. The 0.8% move that's going to unlock their next level of money, time, and magic. Bella, take it away.
Let's do it. Athena, I'm going to come back to you in a moment. So be thinking about the 2 scenarios that you're going to set up today. And we have Becky, Dawn, Gary, Casey, Fred, and Lisa that you have the opportunity to set up role plays with. So be thinking about that. While I introduce myself, my name is Bella Verita, your host of the Heart of Influence. I have co-hosted more than 1,900 episodes, more than 8,000 guests of this very show in the past 5 years. Prior to my start here at Unblinded, I actually started selling crafts as an 8-year-old on my parents' front lawn. And I had an incredible business model because my parents would take me to Michael's. They would buy me all my crafts. I would make these wreaths. I'd sell them on the front lawn and I'd get to keep all the profit. Not quite how business works today, but as an 8-year-old, I was definitely rolling in the dough. And more importantly, as I learned the skill of sales and influence, how to ask the right questions to be able to deliver the wreaths that they wanted, I took those skills, went into network marketing when I was introduced to a network marketing company at 18 years old. By the time I was 19 years old, I was a top income earner, and that company held that record for 3 years. When the FTC shut that company down, I was introduced to commercial real estate in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I became the first woman ever and the youngest woman ever to be the #1 business broker in the state of Nevada, held that record also for 3 years. Then I went into business development and training, worked with Hevery Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. And in 2019, every company that I worked with doubled their sales. Now I co-host Lead Train here at Unblinded, and that is myself, Bella Verita. And I will go with the fun fact today, since I'm in the great state of Texas at the moment. And driving down the street, I am present to, like, I think on every 3rd block is a gun range. And as a woman, I happen to be a very sharp shooter. And if I go and shoot 10 rounds, probably 6 out of my 10 will be in the bullseye. So I'm a pretty good shoot. That is my fun fact for today, as I'm coming from the great state of Texas. So thank you, Joe. Thank you, Jan, and everyone. And now that we've made some introductions, this is where we really get to have some fun, because we like to say all business is built on a shared experience. That's what we're doing here today. That's what Athena said that we're doing. We're having a shared experience. However, we cannot build, grow, and scale business if we cannot cause yes. And that's what we're doing here today, because Plato said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. So we don't have a whole year to get to know each other. We're going to play a little game, see if we want to continue those relationships. And it is a game on causing yes. So what's going to happen is I'm going to bring Athena back, and Athena is going to choose 2 people to jump into a role play together. She will set the scenario. She will tell who is causing the yes from who, what specific yes that they're causing. And then you'll get to jump into that game of causing yes. You'll get to choose in. Yes, you want to take on that role. No, you don't. Although we've never had anyone say no. So there's that. That's Athena's mastery. So Athena, please, I'm going to bring you back. And if you would, who are our top 2 first people that are jumping into a role play today? Who are those 2 people? What roles are they playing? And what is the yes being sought out by who? Athena, please.
Ooh, okay, let's do this. All right, for our first role play, I'm calling up Dawn and Fred. Here's the scenario. Dawn, you are the one causing yes. You've just been introduced to Fred through a mutual connection. Someone told you Fred has 21 years on Wall Street. He's now helping families with financial protection, and he's deeply connected in the Long Island business community. You run Paradigm Wellness Center, IV therapy, functional medicine, sound healing. You've been in business 16 years. You've got an incredible track record. But here's the thing. You know that high-performing executives, financial professionals, and entrepreneurs are burning out. They're stressed, they're exhausted, their health is suffering. And they don't even realize how much it's costing them in clarity, energy, and decision-making. You want to cause 2 yeses from Fred. Yes, number 1, would he be open to experiencing a wellness session himself? Just a tryout, no commitment. You want him to feel what it's like when his nervous system actually gets to reset. Yes, number 2, if he loves it, would he be open to introducing you to 5 other high-performing professionals in his network who might benefit from the same kind of transformation? Fred, you're playing yourself. You're busy, you've got a lot going on. You're skeptical of anything that sounds too woo-woo. But you're also honest enough to admit you've been running hard for 2 decades, and maybe, just maybe, you're curious. Dawn, you've got 5 minutes. 'Cause yes, with integrity. Are you both in?
I'm in. Awesome. Athena, that was great. And then you actually, Athena was wrong on that. You actually have 3 minutes to go from hello to yes, Dawn. Athena was trying to give you some extra time there, but you'll have 3 minutes. And I just want to acknowledge Athena and this role play, because what is she so masterful at is seeing what people could do together. And this is an incredible role play because there is definitely synergy there. So Dawn, Fred, are you guys up for this?
Yes.
Ready.
All right. So Dawn, you'll kick it off by going ring, ring. Fred will answer the phone and you'll take it from there. Take us in.
All right. Ring, ring.
Hello, is this Dawn? I see the phone. It says Dawn in here. What's going on?
Hi, Fred. Yes, it's Dawn. How are you? Do you have a few minutes right now? I was just thinking about you.
Yes, absolutely. I was expecting your call.
Awesome. Perfect. I'm glad it still works. So honestly, you know what? I only have about 3 minutes, but you came across my heart and I know that you were expecting my call. I just want to tune in with you for a minute, Fred. How are you? You know, I run Paradigm and I care a lot about people's health and well-being. And I just wanted to check in with you and see how you are doing with all that's going on and all that you hold on your plate.
Awesome. It's been super busy. As for good reasons, but everything is going good. How about you?
Awesome. Well, I love that, Fred. Can you tell me a little bit more about what's going well? And also, I would love to hear what's the biggest pain point? You said busy and it's going well, but where's that tension coming from?
It's been super busy because of the production and growth happening in the business. So I'm thankful that I'm having both production and growth. But of course, the work-life balance. I got to work on, I got to make sure I keep that even.
I hear you. Yeah, work-life balance is so important. What's the most important thing for you in your work-life balance? Is there something kind of holding you back from having that balance you'd like?
It's really just achieving, creating high goals and achieving them, keeping the goals
Okay.
high and keeping the achievement high, and
I
making the
love
time
that.
for it. Yeah.
Great. Well, if you're like a lot of people, and it sounds like you are very goal driven and you're out there making a big change in the world, are you taking care of your own health and well being? I know that you have a lot to give, but it's hard to give from a cup that's not overflowing. Is there anything I can do? You know, I offer IVs and time to just really take a pause and pour back into your own cup. Do you feel like you could benefit from some of that just to help you be
Dawn,
more productive?
when I was told about you, I was all ready to go. If I had $1 billion in the bank, I'd be at the gym every day, and I would be, health is the first wealth, right? So it'd be about wellness. So I would
Yes.
be super open to that.
Oh my gosh, Fred, absolutely. You know what I'd like to do? I would love to invite you in sometime in the next 5 to 6 days when you have about an hour in your schedule. Do you have a day that would work for you where you have an hour to just come in and visit our clinic, and we will tune into exactly what's going on with you and offer you something complimentary just to really, really try it out and see how you feel?
Dawn, I'll make that hour if I have to. If I have to put a 25th hour in the day, I'll do it.
I love that. Well, the goal is not to make you put a 25th hour, but to help you feel like you have more hours. So, how about we do Wednesday at 2? Does that work?
Oh, Wednesday 2 is good. Let's do
Okay,
it.
perfect. Well, let's block out that time together. And then I tell you what, Fred, if you enjoy it, do you think you have 5 people that you'd like to also just share the wealth with of health and send our way? Because I'd love to help more people.
Spread good news and good people. That's easy. I'll do that.
Awesome, Fred. I cannot wait. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. Take time for yourself and really hone into that balance. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday.
Thank you. You too, Dawn. Nice talking
Awesome.
to you.
Nice talking to you too, Fred. Have a great day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Really fantastic job, Dawn. We'll get to the feedbackers and Athena in just a moment, but way to jump in. Joey, I see that you just joined the show. We're about 40 minutes into the show already. And so you can hang out, but I would definitely connect with Joe and Jan on maybe coming back into a future show, because you're kind of coming in mid-context. So some of the context might be lost, but welcome, Joey, to the Heart of Influence. And let's go, Athena. Athena, please, who is going to be in our second role play?
Ooh, okay, before I call up the second role play, can I just give Dawn and Fred some quick acknowledgement? Dawn, that was beautiful. You didn't pitch, you didn't pressure, you created curiosity. You made it easy, you gave him a specific time, and then you asked for the ecosystem connection only after he said yes to the experience. So that's lever 0.5 into lever 1, textbook. Fred, you showed up authentically. You were honest about your schedule, you leaned in with curiosity, and you said yes because you felt it, not because you were manipulated. That's what real agreement formation looks like. All right, second role play. I'm calling up Gary and Lisa. Here's the scenario. Lisa, you're causing yes. You've just met Gary at a leadership event. You know, he's a sound money advocate. He's connected with prominent leaders. He's on the board nominee for the Sound Money Trade Association, and he's deeply passionate about educating people on financial sovereignty. You lead a team in Mary Kay. You develop leaders. You teach people how to refine their message, build confidence, and step into their power. But here's what you've noticed. A lot of the women you work with are incredible at building relationships and serving people, but they have zero financial literacy. They don't understand money. They don't understand wealth building. They don't understand how to protect what they're creating. You want to cause 2 yeses from Gary. Yes, number 1, would he be willing to do a short educational session for your team on sound money? Not a sales pitch, just education. Help them understand what they don't know. Yes, number 2, if the session goes well and people are hungry for more, would he be open to ongoing collaboration where he educates and they refer clients who are ready to take action? Gary, you're playing yourself. You're passionate about this mission, but you're also discerning. You don't want to waste time with people who aren't serious. You want to make sure this is a real opportunity to serve and to build. Lisa, you've got 5 minutes. Because yes, with integrity. Are you both in?
Athena, quit telling them they have 5 minutes. They only have 3 minutes, Athena. So Lisa, Gary, are you guys up for this role play?
Yes, ma'am.
Lisa, are you up for it? If you're up for it, we'll need you to unmute because we cannot hear you while you're on mute.
So sorry. Got it.
Awesome. And so, Lisa, are you up for this role play?
Yes.
Beautiful. So you'll take us in by saying ring, ring. Gary will answer the phone and you'll take it from there. You'll have 3 minutes. Lisa, please take us in.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hi there, this is Gary. How can I help?
Hey, Gary, this is Lisa. I am so glad to just have a couple minutes of your time. I have some thoughts and questions I'd like to chat with you about, but more to the point, you have a kind of a legendary experience, and of course, the New Jersey accent going along with your with your background. And so, have you at different times had the opportunity to work with women who, some of whom might be coming from a very challenging or difficult financial situation and not have yet a huge financial amount to invest, but want to better their lives as they grow and become more financially affluent?
You know, that's a great question. And yes, absolutely. In my current role, not so much, but as I was leading up to this particular role, anybody, any male or female or any person walking across our threshold we would be able to talk to, and also making outbound calls and having events and so on and so forth. So all are welcome. The universe does not recognize wealth. The universe recognizes heart, and we want to help uplift and educate anybody that into whom or with whom we come into contact, Lisa. So yes, very willing, and thank you for that question.
Thank you. And yes, if there were presentations or events or videos or other things to share, I would be very interested to connect with you on that, because our goal when we have women come into our business is for them to set both short and long-term 1, 3, 5, and 10-year goals and dreams in changing their life from being in a very difficult situation to being in an abundant, situation. We want them to change their mindset of having to work for someone else and get a paycheck to being able to create a life that truly is their best and highest. We want them to change things. So with that thought, and I don't know if you said this may not be quite in your current role, but would you be willing to do some type of an education event or something, not necessarily selling or anything else, but just educating and teaching them about some steps to take?
Lisa, in a heartbeat, I would. And when I say, so there'd be a couple of things going on in parallel. I would liaise with you concerning Mary Kay on a business to business type of interaction. Then I would want to help you generate grassroots interest with the various participants and stakeholders that participate in the vertical. And the thing about it, what I love about what you're bringing as well, is that you're helping these women and others to think about living in abundance versus living in scarcity. That we're all trained from kids to live in scarcity, and the universe has abundance. The universe has abundance for all, Lisa. So I'd do it in a heartbeat. Let's schedule some time. And the different format that you might want to have. I mean, anything from like a lunch and learn all the way to, a huge big conference, whatever it is, or running having a booth at a vendor conference or whatever. So whatever the format is, or the modality of presentation would be, I'd be delighted and thrilled to educate with you for the upliftment of these women and others, and the ones whose lives they touch as well, Lisa.
I truly appreciate that. And we just had nationwide on 3 different
Lisa, we are at time. Lisa, Gary, we are at time, but I do think you got that yes, Lisa. So fantastic job. I see Gary stepping into his pink suit and stepping onto the stage of the Mary Kay soon. Great job, Lisa. Great job, Gary. And we'll get to the feedbackers in just a moment. But real quick, Athena, in 30 seconds, what would you like to share with Gary and Lisa about that role play? And then we'll get into some feedback, and then Athena is going to put me on the hot seat. So Athena, you're quick. 30 seconds for Lisa and Gary. Oh, Athena, are you there? Uh-oh. I think Athena may have gone to take a nap. And so we will bring Athena back. So that means Jan, Joe, one of you will be putting me on the hot seat since Athena is taking a nap. But Gary, Lisa, fantastic job. So we'll go directly into the feedbackers. So feedbackers, this is the opportunity where you get to give 30 seconds of feedback to either Dawn or Lisa. I'll tell you which one, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve. And then what would be your next step? What would you like to do with them next? Maybe it's a cup of coffee, maybe it's a meal, maybe it's to hear more information. So let's kick it off. I'm going to actually do this real quick since we had Joey join us. I'm going to introduce Joey and let Joey give feedback first and a fun fact. So let's go, Joey from New York City, New York, driving force behind DIIBS, a revenue management solution empowering venues to maximize demand and create premium access for consumers through innovative strategies, helps partners move beyond traditional structures to unlock new scalable revenue streams by blending technology with consumer behavior insights for elevation profitability, transforms guest experience while driving revenue, combining strategic vision and practical solutions that revolutionize how venues operate and serve their audiences. Let's welcome to the show Joey Morgan. And Joey,
I have to apologize. I came on late and I told Joe I would try to jump in today, and I got distracted while that last segment was going, and I sincerely apologize. So I can't provide feedback, but I did want to say hello and thank you for trying to include me. I appreciate that, and I would love to join another time. I probably am not the best one to give any feedback on what just took place.
Perfect. All right. Well, we will welcome you back then, Joey, another time. Thank you for being here. So let's go, Becky. Becky, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dawn, please?
Dawn, I wish I could have just recorded it. What an example of connection. I felt like your engagement, it felt like such a natural conversation, such an inviting way to include him in and let him see the opportunities and the way that what you offer could really empower him and bless his life.
Beautiful. And Becky, what would be your next step with Dawn?
Like if I was Dawn and following up.
No, just you personally. Like, what would be like? What was her interjection? Like, what would you want to do? Would you want to go to a cup of coffee? Would you want to go have dinner? Like, what kind of time frame would you like to spend with Becky?
Yes, I mean, hearing that wanted me to join in and get to go to lunch together and learn more and set up an appointment for sure.
Beautiful. Love it. Becky. And let's go, Casey. Casey, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Lisa, please?
Sure. Lisa, I think your opportunity that you have is amazing. I think what you've built is incredible, and the connection and the questions that you asked were great.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank
and what
you.
would be your next step with Lisa?
I want to come to the event.
That is
yeah,
good.
I want to go meet Gary and be with Lisa and enjoy the event with you guys.
I love it. That is influence at its best. I want that wallpaper behind you, Casey. I love it. That is awesome. Thank you, Casey. And let's go, Jan. Jan, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Dawn, please?
Dawn is a natural. She feels people's energy. She knows where to take it. She definitely wants to serve. That's her main focus is on how can I serve someone else. And she always comes across in such a loving way and such an inviting way. And she so intently listens to people that they cannot help feel acknowledged and really seen and heard by her. And so it's she's in the very best possible business for herself with this beautiful facility that she runs because it serves so many people on so many levels.
Ooh, I love it, Jan. Thank you for that, Jan. And let's go, Joe. Oh my goodness, I think I was gonna sneeze. Joe, please, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Lisa, please? And I think I figured out what happened with Athena. Somehow I accidentally hung up on her. So she's not still here. So I'm going to try to get her back while you're doing your feedback. And then Anna Lee, I think you possibly might be in the wrong place at the current moment. So I'm going to have the team, they'll probably just remove it and have someone reach out to you because I think you might be at the wrong place at the moment. Okay. So go, Joseph.
I'm just incredibly amazed by Lisa's ability to bring so much energy to phone calls. It's the same with you, Bella. You guys would tear down an arena in a heartbeat with the energy that you both bring to the table. But even that smile, Lisa, it's just like it's contagious and so easy to hear over the phone and all the rest of it. So this girl knows how to sell.
That she does for sure. Joe, absolutely masterful feedback. And since Athena got disconnected, she's not going to remember everybody that is here because she's not programmed that way. So I'm not going to bring her back. Athena, I'm so sorry I accidentally hung up on you. But Joe, Jan, you have the opportunity to put me on the hot seat, like Athena put Lisa and Dawn on the hot seat. So please, is there a scenario that you would like for me to go from hello to yes on, and who would you like for me to do that role play with?
I'm feeling we need to get, see if we can get Casey. Are you still able to be on? I don't know if you had to go take care of kiddos.
I have like 2 minutes. I have to leave to go pick up my daughter in like 2 minutes, but I'm happy to do it if you want.
I was just going to say maybe Casey and Bella could interact and have Bella cause yes with Casey to put together a soccer team that would be going back to Russia, and she has 30 days to do it, and how she's going to pull that off. I don't know. I'm just pulling from the hip. I have no idea.
Well, Casey, do you want to do this role play? Do you have absolutely a hard cut at 2 minutes? Can we go 3 minutes? Or I don't want to make you late for picking up your child because, you know, I know how that can be. So I don't want to put any extra stress. I don't want to put any more stress on you than a mom already has.
I mean, I have like 2 minutes. So
Okay.
I need to leave in like
Jan,
2 minutes.
let's do a different, let's not stress
Sorry.
Casey out. No worries.
I'm actually just going to jump to my phone and listen the rest of the way on my phone. I'm sorry, Jan, but thank you.
That's okay. No worries, Casey. No worries. How about we do Becky? Becky has an international women's group, a nonprofit. And let's say Bella she's going to cause yes with Becky to see if how could we do that? I don't know, Joe, help me out.
Yeah, sure. So here's the scenario, Bella. I want to see my girls sell some more Girl Scout cookies here. So why don't you be me causing yes with Becky to get these Girl Scout cookies out, even though everybody's already bought their Girl Scout cookies. But if that's the case, why did we sell 300 the other day? There's got to be some more people who are jonesing for some Girl Scout cookies.
Okay, perfect.
So go ahead.
So, Becky, are you up for jumping into this role play with me? I will play Joe, going from hello to yes with you to help support me and my child in selling more Girl Scout cookies. Are you up for that?
Certainly. Did that with my own daughter.
Awesome. So ring ring.
Hello.
Hi, is this Becky?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Becky. It's Joe Wexler. We ran into each other the other day, and you said I could reach out and maybe have a conversation about Girl Scout cookies. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, definitely. Yes. Great to hear back from you.
Well, absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you so much for your time. I know that you are super busy, and you mentioned the other day that you have some sort of like women's group, or you lead. I heard what you did as far as like marathon running and what you've done as a visually impaired person. Absolutely incredible, champion for sure. But what's this like women's group that you're leading?
Ah, it's my passion. Thanks for asking. I love getting to share. So it's a group of right now 175 women from the US, Canada, Australia, Ireland, England, and they're all blind or low vision. And we come together. We have virtual retreats as well as in-person retreats. We do challenge courses. Basically, the message of living our brave, showing up for
Living.
each other.
Wow, that is inspiring, because I think, as someone who is, fairly blessed with only a learning disability, like physical disabilities and people that overcome any sort of challenges with physical disabilities is so inspiring to me. And the fact that you're leading 150 women from all over the globe at overcoming physical challenges like this is absolutely inspiring. What led you to start this group? Was this a group that you started, or did you just step in to start leading it?
I'm a therapist, so I have a business, Resilient Solutions, and we were doing a Daring Greatly retreat as a group of therapists. And we were talking about shame and growth, and I just sat there and I thought this would be amazing to bring together a group of women who are all blind or low vision, who had that in common, and go hike a mountain, go do some physical challenges, as well as have some real deep, authentic conversations to kind of blend those two together. So I just put it out there, and they showed up, and they keep showing up.
They keep showing up. That is absolutely extraordinary, Becky. And let me ask you this, because you're on this mission to support these, and obviously, I asked to have a conversation about my daughter and Girl Scout cookies. So, what made everything that you've got going on in your life? What made you say yes to having this conversation with me today?
I love to hear I love to get to know other people. I love to hear about their passions, and I could tell when we met that it was something that mattered to you. And so I definitely wanted to take that time to get to know, and who doesn't love Girl Scout cookies? And they would make a great treat at our retreats, right? To share with
A
the
great
women.
treat at your retreat. Well, let me ask you this, Becky. I know you only had a few minutes today, but it sounds like you're into empowering these women and also having a treat. And I don't want to just bring Girl Scout cookies, and we don't want to just offer Girl Scout cookies to your group. But I understand that you have the same eye condition as one of my business partners, Sean Callaghy, retinitis pigmentosa. So my question for you is, would you be interested in a longer conversation about how we can maybe sell some Girl Scout cookies to your group, and maybe even possibly have a conversation about Sean Callaghy speaking to your women's group? Is that something that would be, how would that resonate with you or not?
That would definitely be a yes. We would love that.
That would definitely be a blast. Well, let's set up that longer conversation tomorrow and see if we can make that happen. Great job, Becky. Joe, great scenario. I know we're at time, so I'm just going to run through really quickly and just ask how everybody's time was. But real quick, Joe, how was that for you, setting up that scenario? And how do you like that I threw Sean into that?
That's awesome. Anytime we can make it about something more than just cookies, it's incredible. So I'm glad that you did that, Belle. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joe. And let's go, Becky. Becky, thank you for jumping into that role play. And Becky, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
It was wonderful. Can just feel the energy of everyone. I loved it. Loved the experience.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Becky. Let's go, Lisa. Lisa, great job jumping into the role play with Gary. And Lisa, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
I really like that your goal with this is for people to you talked about, oh, do you want to have dinner, lunch, this, that, how do you want to connect? And one of them made an appointment during her 3-minute thing with the other one for, next week at 2:00, and it's right on the spot. It's about really getting things in motion. And I appreciate that. And there's several people here that I would really love. Well, I'd love to connect with all of you, but and I'm not sure on the follow-up how to best connect with everybody, but I'll find out from Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure everybody is connected for sure. You'll also get some gifts for us. We have some LinkedIn groups so you can connect with everyone. So definitely plenty of ways to do that. So thank you, Lisa. And since Gary looks like he's speaking to someone else at the moment, let me go. Dawn, how was your time overall in the Heart of Influence?
It was really wonderful, Bella. I honestly did not know what to expect, but I know if Jan says, Dawn, you're going to like it, I am all for it. And it did not disappoint. Very, very impressed, blown away by the caliber of humans, and also very blown away by what I'm hearing so far from Athena.
Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry that I disconnected her early, because when she puts me on the hot seat, it's all fantastic.
It just leaves us wanting more, Bella. It just leaves
you
us
wanting more. I love it. And so I know Casey's in the car. Casey, if you want to unmute and share any final on how your experience was. Gary looks like he's in a conversation elsewhere, so I'm not going to go to him either. So let's go, Jan. Jan, how about your final on your show?
Oh, it was awesome. It always is when I bring people together that I care about and love, and help them to be able to connect and to feel the energy here and be able to experience it. So thank you, Bella.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Joe and Jan and everybody for being here. And really, this show is just an initial introduction, initial opportunity to get to know each other. As Athena was setting up the scenarios, you could see how there's so much more to do with each other. So definitely connect with each other. Definitely connect with Jan and Joe. And then you'll see some gifts in the chat for you. That's other ways to stay connected with us, more stuff that we can do together. So definitely check out that link. And we like to end every show by saying this: although Sean and Becky might be physically blind, sometimes we're all blind to the opportunities right in front of us and just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.